Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. It's Reckless GS. We're back with another game, not a new game. Um, just making sure everything's all good here on the stream. Um, Streaming has become a little fun, I'm not gonna lie. So I decided to stream one of my favorite games, personal favorite, mostly because I've played this game since it came out in 2016, and I mean, to be honest, it's very extensive. No Man's Sky is a very, I mean, if you've played it, you're sort of, I mean, depending on when you started, when you jumped in, you'll sort of realize that this game is very extensive, very deep, in the sense that you can pretty much do a lot. You can explore the stars. I mean, on top of this game being pretty much endless, there is no way of exploring every system, every planet. Um, so you gotta make your choices here. You gotta kind of make your choices, pick and choose what kind of game style you want to play as well, in terms of what settings you want to play. I don't know if you can tell here. Do I have my settings available here? Can't really see them, I think. Not really. But essentially, I've played this game since it came out in 2016. Just grown to love it, especially because it came out and it wasn't really like a fully built game, but it's come so far. So here we are. I've actually, this is my main save, and so um, you're gonna see a lot of what I've already built. Pretty much, this series is probably just gonna be uh, going through my main save, probably just give the lowdown on what I got, what I've been up to, what I'm gonna do, and yeah, we'll just jump right in. As you can see, I got a lot of playtime. Well, I mean, I think I had to restart the save sometime when I got when I got my PS5, or I think sometime when I got a new PS4 for some reason. They didn't have cloud saving back then, so or cross save. So um, yeah, as you can see, I do have custom settings on just to make things a little bit easier in terms of the game style that I'm sort of playing. I do love to explore a lot more, and it does take a while longer if you do have settings where you have sort of like purchasing. Well, I just basically have it set to where I have a better purchasing power, um, and just more leeway in terms of what I have to um, refill in terms of say resources, things like that. So we'll hop in. We'll load in. I've always loved this loading screen. Every star here is actually a real star in this game, which is really interesting. But yeah, I've so far been to I think three or four galaxies. Um, for some reason, I always still spawn under my spaceship, and yeah, it's gonna be great because I'll be able to just. I mean, this game has been out long enough, so there's a lot of information on this game. Um, lot to dive into, but I'll just sort of give the lowdown on what I got here. So this is my Corvette. We'll take a good look at it here. So there's two different types of spaceships at this point. Sorry, there's Corvettes and then there's your standard spaceships. There's none here, but could probably boot one up here real quick. These are just the ones that I have in my loadout. I got a bunch just saved in my archive, which you can do as well on your if you have a what's it called? If you have your freighter. So I have a freighter. As you can see, I already have some stuff in my stock. Um, and essentially, you can actually have saved spaceships here, which is really great. But these are just ones that I keep on deck, ready to go. So for example, one of the smaller spaceships, everything here. I denoted all my Corvettes with extra names there, so you can see Expeditioner, Captain, Fighter. I'll go through, not each and every one, but we'll just sort of jump into the distinction here. This is one of my smaller ships. I do have it upgraded. Got all these upgrades here, which I mean, took some time at first, I guess. But they're all organized to where pretty much every upgrade has its own designated, well, every armament or every like thing here has its own upgrade, pretty much, which is really cool. Very customizable. Um, and yeah, I mean, especially once they came out with, I don't know if you can see over there, like a spaceship, you know, customized here. Began with these smaller spaceships, but then as you'll see, once they drop the Corvette update, It was pretty huge. Corvette update was really great in that you can completely customize and build your own spaceship that you can walk around in. Yeah, we'll just go through one of them that I have. So this is Rox's Expedition. Sort of like my Hunter, just my pretty much my spaceship that I have, just the essentials here. Pretty straightforward. Pretty customized. You can actually add a lot of personalization now, which is really great. Got some plants here. I mean, you can't really, you don't really sleep in this game, but got one storage container here just for upgrades that I'd be adding. This is my personal stash just in my inventory. And yeah, we could go on forever about the whole aspects of this game. Could probably spend a whole year or more doing that. But today, let's see. Did have a couple things on for today. This is my character, by the way. Just got this new armor from this past expedition. Expeditions are really great because they're cool. They're like limited time events where you sort of hop into another save and you do a bunch of missions. You do like a pretty much short mini story mode there. This previous one was really great because it involved like a new wave of new enemy. And I got a lot of cool stuff out of it. Got this new armor, which fit perfectly well with the aesthetic of the sort of character I was trying to build here. But let's see. Yes, you can totally geek out at this game, totally dive in deep. I'm telling you, I mean, there's a whole Discord dedicated to, I mean, exploring this game, being part of communities. It's really interesting. Okay, so what I was doing, I have what's called multi-tools here. I didn't create that name, so you can find multi-tools throughout this game, either by exploring, either by jumping into the space stations there. They have them for sale. Or just playing the game in general. You'll run into situations where you'll be offered sort of these multi-tools, and what these multi-tools do, they give you abilities, sort of mining beam, but also defensive abilities, plasma launcher and other weapons, personal force field, even cloaking potential here, and scanning, which is cool because you can actually make sense of what's around you in your environment. And it's really great. And they've actually, I think one of these new updates, they came out with this like supercharged slots here. So essentially, you add a upgrade or you add a item there, and it'll supercharge it. It'll basically boost all these stats here, which is really cool. Now I have a lot of these stored up here. We'll walk in here to my Corvette, and where do I have it? Okay. You can actually install these multi-tool archives, which is really cool. But as you can see, I have a couple pages here. I have these first two, which were my original ones that I started with the save. And then once they dropped all these like staffs, which is really cool, I started collecting a bunch of staffs here. So I do have a couple, just different colors and names here that I've sort of collected over time. And I've just sort of put into collection. And that's what I'm doing today, actually, is I've collected a couple of these that I think are actually a lot more useful. They're really cool, like this ion inverter. Dire Wasp I got from this past expedition, as well as these two here. These are super similar, but the main difference literally mostly just being the little decal that's lit up there and the this ball of light. It'll just be either red or black. Now, today I'm just gonna go ahead and I've been stacking up a lot of these upgrades as you saw earlier. So these here are upgrades. So what I've been doing, I've been traveling across different planets, and it's sort of like killing two birds with one stone in this sort of little thing that I'm doing as a personal mission. As I go through all of these different space stations, I come around and purchase all these upgrades that they have, either if they're for, your tech and your exosuit, starship upgrades. More importantly, I'm looking for multi-tool upgrades, specifically only the superior ones. I like to stack them up. I'm a bit of a hoarder in that sense. I'm not gonna lie. I really just these days I really just prepare for expeditions, which is really great. I like to just set myself up for, really cool expeditions, but I like to, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that much time, so the easier they are, not easier, just the easier I can get through them, quicker I can get through, the better. And to do that, I just get a lot of upgrades. So as you can see, I got a lot of units. I've sold a lot of stuff, purchased a lot of stuff, and well, yeah. Um, like I said, I've made it a lot easier, discounted setting there, so I don't really care about this number here. Except for Quicksilver. Quicksilver is really cool because you earn that through missions at the Anomaly, and you can buy a lot of cool personalizations, just a lot of different stuff that you can't usually get inside the space stations here. Now, so I have been around purchasing all these upgrades here, like I said, for Starship and then for Exo Crafts, things like that. But at the same time, I've gotten to really get through, get a little bit established with the Galactic Hub. Galactic Hub is pretty cool. It's pretty much the community that has banded together to explore what is No Man's Sky. And they've established themselves in a couple of different star systems and a couple of different galaxies. So right now I'm in Euclid Galaxy, the pretty much starter galaxy. I've been to, gosh, we can actually take a look. I have a couple bases around here. It'll be a great intro just to see where I'm at here. So through the station terminus, which is teleporter here, we can see where I've been and my bases. So my bases here, I have my Soros Alliance is my what's it called? My freighter. Sorry, there's a lot of terms here, so I do, excuse me for having to just forget and having to check again. But I do have a lot of these bases here. A couple in Euclid, so I have this one abandoned one. I haven't really worked on it. Just an outpost, basically, on the outskirts of the galaxy. One closer to the center of the galaxy. One in Hilbert, Calypso, Hesperius. Stardust Valley Views is actually my first and only base here that I've established for within Galactic Hub, so it's sort of like my base here that I've established. Pretty much repeated that, but so we got Hesperius, Euclid, Calypso, Hilbert. We got 4 galaxies that I've been to. Obviously not entirely or very extensively. Other than Euclid, I've been around Euclid, but I haven't really been about. I've been around Calypso, I would say, but obviously it would take forever to explore each and every one. I mean, literally forever. So I've sort of just been hopping around. How I do that, I pretty much have essentially when I get to a new galaxy. How you get to a new galaxy is pretty much you use a teleporter. Not a teleporter. Use a portal, which there's a distinction there. A portal you can find on a planet using a cartographer. They can outline sort of locations for these artifacts and places of interest, and one of them being is a portal. Portals, you need glyphs. You charge them with items such as, specific say, I want to say sodium is one of these refined elements. So there's specific elements that charge these portals. And I'm pretty sure at some point we'll come across one. But I use a portal, hop right into the center of a galaxy, or at least close to the center of a galaxy. And once you pretty much drive any of your spaceships in through the center of a galaxy, it takes you to the next one, which is really cool. It's a great experience. It's ever since they added black holes, it's sort of similar, but I think it's a little bit more exciting because you're hopping into a pretty much whole new dimension, which is interesting. But I've been about 4 of them, which is really cool. So yeah, it's a pretty quick intro of what's going on around here. Today, like I said, I'm just going to be hopping around, just going to be looking through, getting a little more upgrades for my multi-tool. We'll go ahead and pull up my captain ship here, actually. My captain ship is pretty extensively built. Essentially, I have all of my supplies here. And we can go through real quick exactly what I have designated around here. But this is my captain ship here. I have it pretty built up. Got a little viewing space here. But more importantly, I use it so that I can store all of my items. I have to go through real quick. Yeah, like I said, I store all of my upgrades here. I store extra elements, supplies, things of interest as well. We can go through those real quick, which is really cool. So first things first, I do have expedition supplies here that I've stored up over time. Extra items here as well. These are all expensive items, by the way. So I love to gift these around. So if I ever see anybody around, especially in the anomaly, I'll usually just throw them a couple circuit boards, stasis devices. These are really expensive. And yeah, I just feel like you know, I don't really go around just giving away all of these, but you know, I feel like it helps out anybody that is playing the game and it sort of has different settings as to me. Like I said, your playing experience does change. Sorry, give me one moment here. Alrighty, everyone. That was a huge hiatus. Apologies. I have one viewer. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, so where was I? Um, yeah, I had to pause there for a second. Oh, goodbye. Okay. Um, let's see here. A viewer left. But okay. Anyway, we were gonna go through my storage containers. We have here my. Okay, I think I went through these. These are really high expensive materials that I usually give away sometimes. That I used to use. I would go through arduous sort of processes to create these, and then or find them or purchase them, and then sell them. So I would flip it. You can actually do that in this in a couple of because every space station has sort of like their own economy. Every different places their sort of own economy, and there's a whole context to that. But like I said, we could go on forever about everything here. Um, in here I got multi-tool upgrades. I have a good spread here of all of them, but I'm really just collecting the top ones, you know, some A and S tier ones, mostly the S tier. Just because I've been collecting a lot of multi-tools. That's sort of what we're going to be on today. And mind you, depending on your playing style, I'm going to reference the playing style a lot because it depends on your settings. If you want to go custom, if you want to do just strictly what they offer here. Let's actually take a look at that real quick. Difficulty, and yes, I don't care. I do have everything set to being abundant, but I do have survival elements being what do I have here? Actually, I think for now I have it to full, but usually when I'm ready to go out, especially in combat situations, I like for it to be a little bit more difficult. Survival difficulty is challenging. Natural resources, you know, pretty normal. Infinite sprinting because I don't like having to wait around. Um, Scanner recharge. Damage levels I do have in the challenging. Tech damage challenging. Death consequences. Items destroyed. So, you know, I don't have permadeath. Um, but essentially, you know, losing everything I have would be, you know, a good consequence considering that my fuel usage, I think, have to re-up on all my fuel. Crafting is free, purchases are free, goods availability, you know, availability, all of that other stuff is, you know, set to easy mode. So I do have a good combo here. You know, the things are challenging, but in terms of acquiring things, not so much. Combat, as hard as it can be, you know, as difficult as challenging, you know, everything is hostile. Um, and yeah, inventory transfer range, you know, just to make things a lot simpler, or just making things a bit more accessible because, like I said, I don't have the time. You can play this however you like, honestly. Um, you can make it a little bit more realistic if you don't want to, you know, if you like spending time going and getting resources to get fuel or things like that. That is totally up to you, and that's what I think one of the beauties of this game is that you can play this however you like. And I do bounce around between these settings every now and then, you know, especially like, you know, if I want to be a little bit more survival mode, I'll just have a lot of these, you know, fixed down. So that's that. Um, and so that brings me to what we have here. A couple spaceship modules here for the smaller ships like we spoke of earlier, mixed in with a couple of these like staff items here. These are staff building items. I'm not really building staffs anymore because I do have a good collection of them, and I really only use one of them, which is my main staff. And now that I'm sort of looking at all the other cool multi-tools, I've sort of grown out of liking not liking, but just sort of building these. I already have a couple of them, which are, I think I've maxed out all of the combinations here, at least the cool ones that I liked. So who knows? Maybe they'll drop a new update, get some new staffs in, and I'll have to get going on a couple more. But let's keep on moving down here. I do have other upgrades here. So these are spaceship upgrades here. I do collect starships, just not at the moment. But, you know, I love to have upgrades here, especially for, like I said, expeditions. Super smart to have a couple of these. I have not done any work on my uh, exocraft, so that's another project that I got cooking. And I got a lot of exosuit modules here, which are really great. And so maybe, I think all I really want is, right now at least, for exosuit modules, just better hazard protection. These are really great, but I think I could find some better superior ones, so that's something else to work on too. Everything else is pretty much maxed out here. Movement, I think, is really great. One of them is supercharged. Yeah. What does this do? I forgot what a couple of these do. Very interesting. As I yawn.
do have two more, I believe. Well, actually, we got a couple storage containers, so we'll just walk through them all real quick. This is gonna get boring if if you don't like me walking through or explaining all this stuff. But I have as many elements as I've collected here. Most commonly silicate powder, just for building items. So um, more rarely the paraffinium. I think, or not paraffinium. Where was it? There was this one. Mm, ah, corrupted ichor. This is the newest one, which is really cool. Corrosive biofluid. This is from the swarm. Worth a lot, I guess, for having just 2,000. But I mean, you do have to go and find some swarm, kill them, and take their corrupted ichor. But there's so much here. I've categorized it by color, which is really cool. Not really too time extensive. I just like having a good sort of like um, catalog of everything that I got here. Big on viewing everything, so I like having good view on what I got here. So I've organized all these storage containers. I feel like I don't have enough, to be honest. But a lot of rewards here that I've gotten. A couple of just sort of charts, navigation items. And some artifacts. Artifacts more like the cooler ones I have in another storage container, but these are sort of like things I've earned, like ice cream. I think you can create it. You have to make a recipe, but you have to use the recipe. But like it says here, I haven't even gotten into making food, which is really interesting. But we'll see if we can get into that at some point too. So much to do, so much to see. Artifact. Add that to my inventory. So I already have full stock here, so I'll just take that with me. Go ahead and add that down here. In fact, we'll swap that there. That way, just in case I get more fireworks or something like that, just go ahead and add it there. Could probably redo this a bit there. Boom. I like that better. Do this. That way all my fireworks are together there. Okay. I think there's probably a couple more, one more storage thing I'll show you here. These are all my artifacts, just the coolest ones I found. They're like pretty interesting things here. May or may not move these to the other element one, just in case I run out. I have these artifacts here, like I have tons of them, so I don't really keep them in this one anymore. But as you can tell, these are all stuff that I've sort of collected in this save and also in my expedition save. I don't know, I don't really sell them. They're not worth that much unless it's like, like a couple million. But I just think they're really cool artifacts to have and to keep. You never know. These are rare, so you come by them too often. I got a bunch of fossils here. I do need to get to building a couple of these. So, and I moved all my like trade commodities here, a couple of them at least. Yeah, that's a quick rundown of what I got here in the inventory. So from here, see, the thing is, I usually gotta have a list on me because I usually forget what we're doing next. Move this module there. Actually, we'll keep that there. I do have things sort of semi-organized here. Starship. How many upgrades do I have? I have a couple of each, so we'll probably just go to one more space system. I wonder if I already purchased the ones from here, so we'll take a look. Jetpack, I added the antimatter jetpack trail on it. Okay, we'll just get the upgrades. This game has had its bugs. It still got a few, but they're working out the kinks. If you're really patient, you'll really grow to enjoy this game. Damn, I guess I can't get the upgrade there. Just get a couple upgrades for the exosuit. Rad. Underwater, thermal, movement. No, I get it. The reason why they make it so expensive is because you I mean, definitely takes time to build something really cool. But I mean, I've played this game for a long time. They really just do the same thing over again. It takes forever. So um, I've just streamlined a lot of the settings for myself. This class reactor. We would just like to collect the top ones at this point. Seems a bit boring, but just getting some of this out of the way. I feel like it's way more boring having a project like, say you have a spaceship that you just acquired after looking for one, and you pretty much have your plan and your modules already set to go, and you know what you need, but essentially you don't have it. So that's pretty much what I do here. Now, this spaceship is just a tad bit slower than the other ones, so we're going to whip out my Hunter. I also just think this one's a bit cooler. I am thinking of making a smaller version of the captain ship just because I want a blue or like purplish one. But yeah, let's go ahead and take off here. It's first person mode. What I like about it is that if I press the accelerator, it moves up, moves down, accelerate, accelerate. This used to not be a thing, even the joystick here. Really cool. And so, right, like I said, yeah, I'll go ahead and change the view just so you can get a peek at what we're looking at here. This is my spaceship here, my Corvette. This trail, I think I got it from an expedition as well, so it's red. You'll see my other spaceships have other colors. Okay, we're gonna look at the galaxy map. As you can see, this giant map here, I've been to a couple of these. You can see how they have the designation hub and a couple of numbers. That means that the Galactic Hub has explored a couple of these here and essentially has given them a designation, which is really cool. That means that they're mapped, sort of, and they've been visited. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to visit as many of these Galactic Hub systems, just so I can, get my own mapping, just at least have a good, just touch base with what's around here. And there's a ton, by the way. I've visited a couple of these. My base actually is in here. This is Stardust, so there's a whole community here, actually, which is really cool. A lot of people with their own bases there. And I've lost myself, so where am I here? Let's go here. There you go. Let's see. How far have I gone from my own location? See, there's got to be other spots here. Also, you can, if you press triangle, you get a good rundown of what's going on in sort of these different systems. Sorry there. So I like to go to ones that are a little bit more interesting. Like maybe this pirate one would be cool to check out. Would they have the parts I'm looking for? Maybe, maybe not. But see what's next to it. Dissonant. Revisited that one. It's pirate control one, maybe. I mean, it's hub, so let's check it out. I love this game, honestly, because I just feel very free to do what I want to do. In terms of set my own missions, mission goals. Oh, perfect timing. All right, so we're gonna good ship to do it with too. We have a dreadnought attacking a ship. Let's go ahead and find it here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Ship is equipped pretty well. Phase beam is pretty strong, so got good upgrades there. So we're gonna pull up and save the ship that is being attacked. Oh. Major error there. My phase beam does about 7.8k damage, which is a lot, I would say. Gets rid of these really quick. And the reason why I take out these beams first because they're doing a lot of damage to the hull on that other ship over there. They're attacking that innocent civilian ship over there, so we're actually just gonna work to take out these first beams first because they do a bit of damage. Take out this turret. Boom. And then we're going to pull a Death Star. Yes. This is why it's also one of my favorites. I'm a bit of a Star Wars geek. So the cool thing is you just run through here. Delete a lot of these fuel rods. Actually, they're not fuel rods. They're shield generators. Move on through. You see shields are going down. Fly up, take care of a couple of these. I have a fleet here that actually pulls up whenever things go down. So we'll take care of this here. Boom. We'll take care of the other piece here. I've had enough practice, so I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I pulled up on a situation like this, I was not able to handle it. I didn't have the spaceship. I didn't have anything equipped to really do it. Yep, as you can see, things go down really quick when you're trying to destroy the freighter here. They're not vulnerable. Okay, so once we get that little message, we are free. And the thing is, it doesn't give you this message now, but sometimes the Dreadnought is gonna want to just take off. So how you prevent it from taking off? Boom. Destroy these engines in the back. Boom. Warp disabled. So neutralized, meaning you can't leave. Alright. So now, we have one of two options. This ship looks amazing. It's a really cool ship. And I think for a while I actually mained a Dreadnought. As you can see, my freighter isn't a Dreadnought anymore. It's... Ooh. Okay, I thought I lost all my stuff. But, actually, let's go down so you can see the whole thing here. I purchased this one because it was really cool. I think it was when I saved one, actually. It's not, it looks similar to this one. We can take a look over there. We'll see if it's for sale. It's literally the same one, but I do have a A-class freighter now, which is really cool. I haven't figured out how to upgrade it manually. I don't think you can just yet. But I've personalized it. It looks a lot like a Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Like I said, I'm a Star Wars geek, so I really love sort of emulating a little bit of what's going on in Star Wars. And yeah, so that's sort of my freighter there. So now on to the Dreadnought. They have surrendered, meaning I can either continue hurting and destroying the hull, i.e. destroy a couple of these turrets, build the damage. Boom. If I continue to do that, it'll blow up. Now, I think just to show y'all sort of the mechanics of this thing here. Additionally, alright, sorry, little pause here. There's ships on the side of the freighter here, the fleet. Now that I've taken over the fleet, not taken over, just sort of surrendered the fleet, they surrender you, and you can inspect their frigate. I'm not really a big fan of this one, C-class, I already have enough of those. So I'm going to decline this frigate. It's probably going to be a couple more, so we'll just go through this. You never know. Might get an S-class, might get an A-class. It'd be cool to get another A-class. I do need more of those. Don't need that one. Anyone else? Guess not. So we will just head in here. Where is the entrance is my question. Oh, back down there. So Corvette does not fit inside. They'll actually just have you pull up here to the side now. And aboard the ship, negotiate some terms. Cool thing is you got two options. You got a lot of options here in this game, if you haven't noticed. You can either operate the hatch to get out. I don't think it lets you when you're docked. You can either operate the hatch to get out, it'll basically open this little like ramp here. You can get out, even in space, even while you're moving. And just hop out. Or you can just teleport directly. So you can beam aboard here. And we're here. We're aboard the Corvette. You hear their alarms going off. We can either walk up or we can teleport. We'll walk up just so you can get a good view of what's going on here. Alrighty, y'all. Give me the damn veggies. Now, you can demand tribute, meaning they'll pay you out, or you can seize the dreadnought. Cool looking dreadnought, honestly. Pretty neat, but C-class. I mean, we can even go as far as comparing. As you can tell, complete difference here. So we're gonna go back and yeah, not a fan of his attitude here, so we're gonna teleport back here just so y'all can see, because I mean you'll get paid out, you'll just get credits to your account there right over here, or you'll pretty much just seize a dreadnought, you'll acquire it, and you'll just get to, you know, doing your own thing with your freighter. That's a whole other, we can do a whole other walkthrough on that too. I'll show you exactly what I built. I pretty much have a whole base on my freighter. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool. Not gonna be cool for them right now, but we'll see. What they're about to see, honestly. Boom. Alright, y'all. I think it's pretty cool, the animation they gave it to. Photon cannon. You can see the different amounts of damage that each thing does. Cyclotron Ballista is really good. Some of them you'll notice, some of them actually break down shields a lot faster. The cheat code here is the Phase Beam. Phase Beam does an insane lethal amount of damage. I mean, look, compared to anything else, it does about 5 or 6 times the most amount of damage my second best does. Being the Cyclotron Ballista, it does about 1,000, so about 7,000 more. Let's just do some general damage here. Yep, there we go. We are in the midst of destruction, my friends. This is a crazy POV. You can fly amongst the ruins now too. Let's inspect this frigate. Nope, don't want it. You'll get a lot of these sort of signs on the bottom right about you know, your sort of side quests here. Sometimes if they get too in the way, I'll just sort of go to my log. Just get it on creative mode. Just leave it there. I think he really wants me to do this. But we'll forget about that now. Alrighty. So let's see if they have anything for me. Do a little save first. Saving here, I mean, honestly, has been much faster on the PS5 than the PS4, obviously. But, you know, it still does a little bit of hiccup time in between getting in and out of your ship because you got to wait for the save to go through before you can even get out. So, you know, like I said, this game has its, you know, little quirks. You just got to be down. Got to be down for it all. Gives you time to really enjoy this game in general. I think I'm gonna change that planet. Not really a fan of the color there. Let's beam aboard. Permission to come aboard, Captain. Let's teleport, take the fast way there. Alright, bud. What you got for me? Admiral Engaron. An air of weary authority clearly marks his being as a freighter's captain. Weary authority. It's a funny way you say you think he's a bitch, bro. Offer to buy. C-class. 18 mil. I got 1 built, homie. Not to flex, not to flex. But hey, not what I'm looking for. Thank you, though. So we're gonna head out. They're saved, so they're safe. Let's get on at it. All right, so that was cool. You got to see, on this first episode, we got to see sort of this like event here. Now we can head on out, and get to the space station. Let's see where it is. It's not that far. Thing's still exploding? Yep. Can we go to it? Asking that question like I haven't done it before, but you know, if you're tuning in and you haven't seen gameplay of No Man's Sky, if you've never played it, I mean, it's really interesting to just check out a couple of these things. I mean, more interestingly, we can actually we can do something pretty cool here. We can fly amongst this wreckage. Leave the pilot seat. This is one of the cool things about the Corvettes. You can literally hop out. Boom. Amongst the wreckage here. As you can see, it's moving through space. It's getting on out of here. It's cold in space, so your environment, your exosuit reacts to the environment, i.e. it basically initiates all of these like protective measures for you. One of them being, so if you're underwater, you're gonna basically need oxygen. You can recharge all of these. I should recharge a couple of these here. So it is cold in space, so your energy field, your heat distributors will basically turn on here. Yeah. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Get onto the space station. And mind you, this is an outlaw space station, so that means that it is pirate controlled. When it is pirate controlled, it's going to look a lot different than regular space stations. Gives it a cool little look, but essentially you're not going to have a couple of the like vendors available to you. That's okay, because there's a lot of different things to find at these pirate stations. Straighten out here. Nice and easy. All right. And there's no teleporters here, so you gotta like fly all the way back out there. Boom. What's up, homie? Oh. I wonder if they changed anything about this place. I think what I do have yet. Ooh, what is this? Why does it look like a helmet? Oh, not really. Cool design. Multi-tool there. Scrap dealer. can purchase a couple of these suspicious packets, essentially with tainted metal. I don't have any at the moment. You get that by selling stuff. Just different stuff. Not gonna go too deep into it. Just good tech, such as a couple of the upgrades that I've shown you, but they'll be random. They'll vary in sort of level there. Deft entity. Do a little interaction here. Let's do friendship symbol. Really cool just teaching you around here. Now, what I have yet to do with one of these station cores. Ooh. No. In your regular station, you can insert like a station core, and you can do a little like I really don't know what it does. Oh my, have I run out of are they not gonna let me get any more? I'm maxed out. Wow, that was literally the last row. Okay, so what I was doing, I'd pull up to these space stations, I get upgrade, exosuit upgrade, basically you get more room, more cargo here, room in your cargo, more junk in the truck, so to speak. But I seem to have collected it all, so not like I need more room, but hey, it would have been cool to show it around. Maybe for another save. I do plan on maybe starting a new save, which would be pretty crazy. Starting a little new save for No Man's Sky, maybe even just showing off the beginnings, ins and outs. And it may be just a more difficult save than I have here. Here I have it pretty easy. I just love to explore here. I love to build. I just love to establish. So that's kind of what the save is for. And maybe I can just do another survival one. Maybe even do a whatchamacallit, permadeath. That'd be interesting. So could do a permadeath in the future. I'd love to do that. For now, there's a lot of stuff to check out here. The director do? What did the director do? Quest interaction here. Contraband agent. I think he'll give you a mission. Yeah. Oh no, not missions. Just you can buy a lot of illegal stuff. Which here you purchase it for like 70k, 20k. This is what I used to do actually. I'd get a lot of stuff for cheap here. You sell it out there in a regular space station, worth a lot of moolah. Worth a good amount. Here you get your missions actually. Here you do a lot of missions that will affect a bit of your standing when you. There's couple different races here. Like the Gek, the Viking, and there's another one. But essentially, you have a standing with them. You become friends. You become really cool with them. But a couple of these missions will actually affect your standing with them. You'll be a little bit more uncool with them if you obviously raid a capital ship of theirs, or if you sort of have to destroy a couple of their ships. Things like that. But you do get an increase in your standing with pirates, I believe. But you get a lot of cool stuff out of that. We have here. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Here we are. These are really cool because these are upgrades that you won't find pretty much anywhere else unless you get it like a random event where a spaceship lands right next to you while you're on a planet, and essentially they'll offer you. You can go and purchase them from another traveler. But essentially, I should consider getting all these. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to organize a couple of these, I'm not gonna lie. But sometimes these upgrades can be really huge, really helpful. Pulse engine, hyperdrive. Hyperdrive. So I'm getting a little full now. Phase beam. Scanner, we'll put that over here. Neutron cannon, we'll put that over here. Put this over there. Just sort of loosely have everything together. Hazard. Ooh, hazard protection would be a good one to re-up on. Want to get a strong. I've been looking to get a stronger one. Shield module. Let's move that here. Movement. Move that there. Right here. Scattered blaster. We can keep that here. Do a little bit of this. Do a little bit of that. That way, when I organize it and put it away, I can just sort of know where everything should go. Yeah. We just completely took all of that guy's stuff, and now we're gonna head out. There's so much to do here. We could stay and check out all these planets, which is fun, but I mean, you could spend all day doing one planet. Schwanyar Major. Discovered Forsaken Planet. I love the descriptions that they give these planets. Any other planets here? There's gotta be another one. Yep. 2. What do we have here? Ooh, undiscovered. Nah. Undiscovered. Would be cool if we discovered it. Alright, side quest. Considering that this is a galactic hub star system, it'd be cool if our name was pretty much attached to one of these planets. Since this one is unmapped and undiscovered, I'm pretty surprised. So that means that whenever someone pulls up here, they're gonna see our name slapped on here, pretty much that we discovered it. So let's take a peek. Let's see what's up here. All right, we're approaching. Looks like it's pretty stormy. Rough planet to be on. Let's see if we can take a look at what else is going on here. Lots of hills. Lots of trees. That's almost every planet here. I've yet to see like a cool desert planet. Well, they're like a yellow desert planet. I've seen a lot of like, pretty just rocky planets, like a moon looking thing. What is this, water? Oh. What do we have here? Whoa. Alright, we're stopping here. I usually don't like to land. I'll just leave my pilot seat. We're in the mountain. Okay, we'll do this real quick. Alright, I'm gonna leave the pilot seat. We're gonna pull up down there. Weather, winds from beyond. Sentinels require orthodoxy. Flora rich. Fauna abundance. Let's take a peek from out here real quick. Oh, do we have? No. We only have the view from here. Sorry, forgot this was not my cap. Now the cool thing is the teleporter already, is spawned in down there. So I usually just love to just do a little superhero landing. Which is what we'll do here real quick. We'll operate this hatch. Head on down. Here we are. Wonder what is this place? I feel like looks like just an outpost, but I haven't seen one like this. Oh, it's embedded into the mountain. That's for Exocraft there. You can park it up there. Really cool. There you go. Okay, I have been one of these things here. Biological sample. Ooh, ooh. We just received something cool. Nice. I can add this to our little collection we got in there. Nice. I don't really sell these, like I said. I like to collect them just because they're all different. They all have sort of like a different name to them. I don't know. There may be an update soon where it's like you can read them and they'll have cool lore. But we'll see. Tech merchants. Blueprints. I already have all these. So I guess this is your standard like tech merchant that you find anywhere on the ground in these planets. They'll sell you components, things that we already have, and or blueprints. Blueprints that you learn and you sort of don't have to purchase again. Appearance modifier? Ooh, local information. Oh, okay. So here it's sort of like a cartography station. You can actually just find a couple of things like you can print charts, but it'll print you like a random chart. So that can range from anything from like I mean, gosh, do I have any here? I mean, I have a planetary chart, meaning you can find either like an emergency distress signal. Usually that's a crashed spaceship that you can purchase and take over and make it your own, or an artifact chart, maybe an exosuit upgrade chart. Yeah, we have yet to check out this Challenger's invitation too, so I'm gonna check that out at some point. What else we got going on here? Envoy. This guy would hand you missions. Actually, no. I guess they just sell stuff. Ah. And then almost everywhere there's a galactic trade terminal. I forget we're in a pirate controlled system, so there's gonna be pretty much just a lot of illegal stuff here, quote unquote illegal. Another battle station. We could do another battle. I think I have a upgrade actually for my creature. See if we can summon mine. Companion register. Can I mutate? I can. Okay, so what should I do? Should I give them more health or their agility? I want to make them stronger. Ooh, I have another one. Oh, no available gene edits. Oh. Do have one for Omni. What's his health looking like? His combat too. We could upgrade it. Let's upgrade his health. Boom. Combat. Oh, we can even upgrade specific combat. Oh, this is something I'm gonna have to explore a little bit deeper. I'm surprised. I haven't collected a lot of animal companions. I've let go of a couple. It's my fault for not thinking that it'd be cooler to keep a couple of them. Oh, gotta head out. Everything's like dark now. Oh, there's only one of them. All right, let's tussle, buddy. See what my phase beam has got for him. Boom! Damn near immediate annihilation. Done.
Hostile ships defeated.
I got one more on me. Nah, he good. He don't want it. He don't need it. Alright, let's head out. Let's go to another station. See, there's so many to explore here. I like this one here. Alright, here we are. Be a little bit of a repeat what I did earlier. And I think it'd be cool. I'll probably finish it with finding that Challenger. It's been a long time coming. Be a good way to end this this live here. Let's get the save going. Guys, I still got a lot that I want to buy.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Honestly, I've probably got enough upgrades, so could probably just get to organizing all these in the
Product received.
captain ship, and then
Received.
yeah,
Product received.
then we'll go ahead and just top it off with a little Challenger there. Since we upgraded my creatures, I do need to go out and find another creature, but I want to find a cool one, so
Product
maybe that's
received.
something we can leave off for next
Product
time.
received. Product received.
Okay, all good here. Go ahead and take off what it calls my captain ship, since that's where I have all my stuff. And start off with these. Got an extra one. Okay, we'll keep that. Alright. Add the rest to these ones here. Nope. Oh, do I not have a neutron cannon upgrade? Or what's this? Yeah, what the? Wow, I guess I don't. Oh, it's for exosuit. This is for the... Oh, no, I'm tripping. Yeah, these go somewhere else. These go here. All right, there you go. Nope, neutron cannon stays here. All right. Wait, yeah, these go here as well. Submarine. Minotaur. Nautilon. Exocraft. Minotaur. See, I'm trying to keep all this stuff a little bit more organized. So, Exocraft. 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 Minotaur. Also Minotaur. We'll do this for the Minotaur. These are for the Nautilon. Okay. It's at least semi-decent. Let's put these back where they belong. Ooh, am I all stacked? Oh, Starship. That was for Starship. I'm tripping. This one would go there. Yep. Right there. And I have an extra one. I have an extra plasma. Boom. All right. Perfect. This goes right here. Okay. Another one bites the dust. Okay, so from here. Oh, let's do this. Yep. Do a little organizing here. Do that. Okay. I think that's cool. Okay. So, now let's go ahead and activate this navigator. Plot a route. Alright, Arena League Challenger, let's go to that. Alright, so we swapped ships, so I'll go ahead and show y'all what that looks like here. This is my big ship, my favorite one. Yep. This one has the antimatter trail on it. Let's go ahead and head on to this. This looks like a good planet. Rainy planet. Usually, I mean, honestly, usually I don't know anything about it. It could vary. Just because it says rainy planet doesn't mean that it's just only rain. It could be hot storms, could be whatever, you know. Damn. Noobing out here. Just land right over here. We'll actually land. Touchdown. I always like to make sure my combat scope is on, just because I don't like using or accidentally equipping like any of these like plasma or geology cannons, because they actually plasma launcher could actually hurt or injure you while you're out if you accidentally discharge it. Let's go ahead and check out what this guy's all about. So one of the reasons I like this multi-tool is it just vaguely reminds me of Halo. I don't know if y'all remember which gun I'm talking about. I think it's actually that standard like AR. Yeah. So this is another one of those buildings that we were just at. This one obviously is just normal, and it's like up against a building here. So I'm curious. No. It does continue. So yeah, see, this game has a little bit of ways to go when it comes to like spawning things in, things like that. 'Cause it'll just spawn a whole building inside of a mountain here. You know, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. Just one of those things. Let's see if we can submit anything else here. We do have a biological sample. Fresh bugs. Okay. We'll leave it as like a artifact there. Alright, now on to brass tacks. Let's see how we fare against a challenger. Now this guy has 3. I've been rolling with only 2. We'll just see how this works. Okay, we move first. Let's do polyrhythm. Increase agility, meaning increase damage and sort of reaction, I guess. I think you can also, it gives you a chance to dodge their attacks too. I don't know what that did. Let's hit him with something. Boom. Oh! Oh! Okay. Crit. Let's do this. Boom. Buffs purged. Force swaps to anomalous. Healed up. Fresh breeze, what does that do? Oh, it restores health every turn? Alright, so let's hit you some. Bam! Okay. Boom, this gotta be it. Yep. Still have one more to go though. So I may or may not have to heal. Missed. Dang, I got lucky on that one. Alright, let's do healing. Max health. What do we have here? Increases accuracy, okay. I think we can handle that. He's gonna hit me with something right now. Alright, that's okay. I can take that. And then we'll do supernova. Bam. Yes. Dubs. All right. I got 2 gene edits. See what brother has got to say about that. Oh, I got another invitation. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's see, Noza has another gene edit. Four to 5 turns. Oh, I can't edit until max potential has been reached. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I think my agility's pretty good, so we'll do health and we'll do a combat buff. Boom. That works. Yeah, he ain't got one. Okay. Well, that works. Just gotta keep playing the game. We can do another challenger. That'd actually be interesting to go to. We'll plot a route there. Do I make it? Yeah, I think I do.
Units received.
I don't know, I'm a little bit picky about another animal that I want for my lineup.
Units received.
I don't know, I've done some exploring, but I haven't really collected a lot of animals here. Alright, let's head on out here. Oh, they're on the same planet. Cool. Cool thing about this ship, you get like a whole view up here. This whole front end is a bubble. Whoa. How much you want for it, bud? Wow. All right, you're added to my collection for a future project, though. Yep. I don't have a lot of them with the solar sails like that. All right, bud. How's it going? It's like meeting up a guy to play chess with. All right. I don't know if y'all seen like. Oh, that's hilarious. Huh. Obi-Wan. I wonder if I can like buy a couple of these. That's hilarious. Ooh, this guy is probably better. Yep. Immediate. We can add him. Damn. Damn. Ooh, no. Okay. Damn, I had to do it. I had to do it. I'm low on health, so I had to take him out. But that means that this guy gets a turn. Oh, he actually swapped out his player. Okay. Well. Oof. Let's see what we have here. Still mind wipe. Get rid of that. He's probably gonna murk me with this. Okay. Cool with that. It gives me the chance to just get rid of him there. Oh no! Oh, he's got buffs every health. Oh, I should have just read that. He's got me on this. Yep. It's okay. Okay. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, no way. Got swapped out. Alright. We can do this. Wait for 3 turns. He might hit me with something here. Ah, you serious? I need attack. Alright, great, he missed. That was good timing for that. He's got no buffs, so hit him with the barrage. Come on, heavy, heavy, heavy. Let's go. 410. How many turns he got left? Yeah, I want to make sure I got that secured. 3 more turns. I didn't even get my first heal. So yeah. No! Well, at least he gave me this. Alright. Might even get him with this next one. You're out, bud. Let's go. Yes. Okay, I got one more. I still got one more. I do need to heal up. Let's do this first. Okay. Probably got him with this one here. Yep. Dubla-roonies. Let's upgrade the boys. Alright, Noza. Where did we lack? Health, yeah, because he's got strong attack. So yeah, let's get him more health. Get him to last a little longer there. And Omni. Better combat for sure. Yep.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Alright, that was pretty good. I got another invitation. Okay, we can do another one. We'll just keep running it up for now. I'm having fun doing this, honestly. Should be working on finding another animal to do it with, because I'm gonna keep upgrading and I'm gonna keep upgrading. But maybe then I can just concentrate on upgrading the 2 most powerful ones and then just get one, just keep up, you know. Do a little damage before bringing in the heavy hitters. Hold up, have we been here before? Has anyone been here before? Undiscovered. I find that very hard to believe. Where's the Challenger? Boom. It's 2 planets we're gonna have our name on. Corb. Hot out here.
Units received.
Curious to know what that gem looking thing is over there. We'll check it out on our way out. Alright, these guys look pretty formidable. Combat potential 290. Oof. Noza could handle. Alright, we got this, we got this. Alright, hitting hard, alright. Cool. Okay. Oof. That hit. Interesting. I don't understand that. Does that give me health? Need to heal up anyway. Yeah, it does give me health. That's funny. So he gave me a buff? I'm not playing nice. Alright, he's in range. Oh. Gonna have to go for it. Ah, nice. 933, wow. I'm about to take him out all 3. Do you have any debuffs for him? Heavy damage in 3 turns. Okay. Well, what I can do... Yeah, I'm gonna need a heal. Okay. Ooh, that was heavy. I'm gonna have to end it here. Can I stack this? Oh, no way. We're going for it. That's 3. That's Jenga. All right. We're getting the hang of this. Oh my. Okay. System champion. Okay, I think we'll leave that for next time. Wow. I'm having fun doing this. Yeah, this is really cool. Great side quest here. Let's upgrade Noza. Gosh, health is a bit of a worry, so I got, why don't we just do one of each? Boom. Alright, y'all, I think we'll leave that championship for the next live. That's really something to look forward to. We also have another challenges invitation, so I don't know which one we'll probably get to first. But yeah, if you stop by, if you're thinking about stopping by, if you like the stream, give it a like. But yeah, this is No Man's Sky, sort of my little world. There's gonna be so much to explore, in the coming streams. So, yeah. Thank you for watching the stream, and stay reckless.